In the misty valleys of old Japan, there was a quiet principle that often separated the beginner from the true master. It wasn't luck, lineage, or a sudden miracle, just a hidden law of growth known as Shuhari. There lived a village boy named Yamata carrying an impossible dream to rise beyond his station through discipline. With no prestigious name and no formal training, he watched the trained warriors pass and felt pulled toward their calm, controlled presence. For a full year, Yamata practiced alone in the forest, repeating the same basic motions with a simple wooden practice tool until his palms were raw. But even after countless attempts, his progress felt stuck and frustration slowly hardened into bitterness. One evening, an older traveler with a weathered face stepped from the shadows and observed the boy's effort. "You're not truly training," the man said softly. "You're only becoming better at repeating your own errors." The mentor explained that mastery is built on 3 invisible steps, and none of them can be skipped. He called it Shuhari. First you follow the form, then you reshape it, and finally, you move beyond it. The first stage, Shu, began with a hard requirement: complete respect for the fundamentals. For months, Yamata wasn't allowed to rush ahead. He practiced stance, balance, breath, and posture, copying the teacher's form with almost obsessive precision. His ego fought the boredom, insisting he was wasting time on simple basics. But slowly, the resistance faded, and his body began to learn what his mind couldn't yet explain. Modern science echoes this. After enough high-quality repetition, skills shift from conscious control to automatic execution. Ancient teachers called it the quieting of the ego. Today, we might call it building a reliable reflex. Then came the stage of detachment, when Yamata was sent to learn under a second mentor with a completely different style. At first, the conflict made everything feel unstable, like his foundation was cracking. But inside that tension, he started seeing something deeper. Techniques may look different, but principles repeat. Timing, distance, calm attention, and energy management. These truths sit underneath the surface of every method. The final stage was Rai, where the student must step outside the circle and release the need to perform techniques. The mentor spoke of an elder who could outmatch others not through showy form, but through clarity, simplicity, and effortless response. Yamata spent years practicing through changing seasons until the names of his movements dissolved into silence. He no longer thought his way through actions. His body responded naturally, like water adjusting around a stone. One day, faced with multiple challenges at once, Yamata moved with a calm grace that felt almost dreamlike. When it ended, he couldn't describe what he had done step by step because he wasn't forcing moves anymore. He was simply present. And that's the point. This path isn't only for old traditions. It's a blueprint for mastering anything: music, code, business, communication, or yourself. First, be humble enough to copy. Then, be brave enough to adapt. Finally, be wise enough to let go. Choose one skill that could change your life. Find one guide, one method, one set of fundamentals, and follow the form until it becomes as natural as breathing. If you're watching this, it means you're growing with us.